It's easy to focus on some of the negatives of drinking too much coffee, but we don't often talk about all of the good things it can do for us too. There are a lot of health benefits of drinking coffee every day, many of which can't be found in almost any other drink. Whether you drink it because you like the taste or because it gives you the energy to get everything done in the morning, you are going to want to hear about this, because today we are going to go over what having 1 cup of coffee a day can do for your body. Make sure you stick around until the end of the video for our crazy fact. Number 1, your liver will thank you. You've probably noticed how drinking coffee usually causes you to go to the bathroom, right? As much as this might be inconvenient, it is also incredibly helpful to humans, as it can help our liver in a major way. Coffee and the liver have a close relationship, as coffee has a protective effect on the organ. It doesn't really matter if it's decaf or regular coffee either, as both seem to have an equally strong effect on our liver as well as our overall digestive health. Research has shown that people who drink coffee regularly tend to be in a healthier range for their liver health than those who do not drink it often. This is another coffee benefit for the liver, which can help you purge toxins from your system. Your liver is able to work under better conditions, and this isn't easily done without coffee to help get things moving. Number 2, it can help to strengthen your DNA. As long as you don't go overboard with it, coffee is a really versatile and healthy product. One of the craziest things that coffee is able to do for us is strengthen our DNA. When you drink dark roast coffee specifically, your DNA strands are less prone to breaks, which is actually really important. When your body experiences a DNA break, it is forced to try to mend it, rehealing it and piecing it back together. The more that this happens, though, the more likely this could lead to a mistake, which you obviously would rather avoid. If your cells don't correctly repair the strand of DNA, you could develop a tumor or cancer at some point, which is obviously something you would rather avoid if possible. Number 3, you help your heart out in a big way. Is decaf coffee good for your heart? Yes, even more so than when it's got caffeine in it. While both have their benefits, the big tiebreaker here is the fact that caffeine can put added strain on your heart as you continue to drink it. Caffeine causes our heart to speed up and even race if we have too much of it. When this happens, it can put added strain on the muscle and even damage our heart over time. This can lead to heart failure or damage, but that doesn't mean that coffee doesn't also have its own benefits to help out your heart too. Drinking 1 or 2 cups of coffee, decaf or regular, you help your body ward off heart failure and give it a test run of sorts. This is especially effective if you already have a weak heart to begin with. And if you suffer from that, it's even better for you to sneak in a cup of coffee or 2 to help support your heart. Even if it has caffeine, as long as you keep your coffee intake low, you should still be getting rewarded more than punished for your choice. Number 4, you may be less likely to get diabetes. For years, it seemed like everyone in the health and wellness community were asking the question, is coffee good for diabetes? With the answer still being uncertain for just as long. Evidence has proven that coffee is indeed good for you to fight off diabetes, and there's a really interesting reason for why. Coffee helps your body process glucose, which is then turned into sugar to use as an energy source. The problem is that our body can hold on to this glucose and store too much sugar in our body, which can turn into fat and complications like diabetes down the line. Because of this, drinking a cup of coffee can actually help our body to better utilize sugar and make it less likely to get bogged down by it. If you are someone who just can't help but turn to a sugary snack every once in a while, drinking coffee every day could be a good way to minimize any damage or risk that might have occurred. Number 5, you will have consistent energy levels. A lot of us drink coffee to wake ourselves up in the morning, but doing so every day can help you avoid crashes or things of that nature from affecting you. Many of us like caffeine, but it can become addictive over time. Switching from drinking almost none to drinking a ton, depending on the day, is an easy way to get burned and to get some pretty bad reactions from caffeine. When you drink it every day and regulate your intake, you make sure that you are getting the good stuff, like energy and some health benefits, without getting any of those shaky feelings that can sometimes result from drinking too much caffeine. Like anything, use coffee as a tool to give yourself a boost, not a cure-all drink to lift your mood. Developing an emotional dependency on coffee is actually really common, and something you want to avoid in order to establish a healthy relationship between you and the drink. Number 6, it might help you lose weight. If recent research is to be believed, coffee may help support gut health as well as remove fat stores in your body. A review that featured 12 studies found that people who drank coffee regularly had less body fat than those who did not drink coffee often. This has been a very promising discovery, but also one that we are still trying to fully understand. Both men and women benefit from drinking coffee to lose weight, according to these studies, but it's also worth noting that on average, people that drink coffee are also more active. People living active lifestyles are usually found to carry less fat, and as a result, more studies are currently being done. Regardless of the weird statistical anomalies, though, research has been very promising, and showing results in over 12 test studies is a great sign. Number 7. You're less likely to suffer from a stroke. Did you know that you are far less likely to suffer from a stroke if you drink coffee every day? This is completely true, and a study actually found that women have an even lower chance of suffering from a stroke when they drink enough coffee. Strokes are the 4th leading cause of death, and so drinking coffee as a bit of a preventative medicine isn't the worst idea in the world. Number 8. It may help your athletic performance. If you are careful not to drink too much, or at least to stay away from too much caffeine, then you might actually find that your athletic performance improves after you start to drink coffee on a daily basis. Coffee is considered to be a performance enhancer, improving your ability to shine on the court or field. Studies have found that athletes who drink coffee have an increased ability to perform, as well as better stamina. They also discovered that on top of being able to go for longer, participants felt less physical effects after they finished their exercise routine. The studies followed participants who drink coffee immediately before exercising, but you don't have to do this to get results. Really, as long as you're getting coffee at some time throughout the day, you should be able to get at least some effect. But feel free to experiment when you take it and go with your best result on this one. Number 9. You may live longer. The idea that coffee can increase your longevity has been thrown around a decent amount lately, and it's getting harder and harder to disprove it based on the evidence. On top of helping prevent liver and heart disease, coffee can also help your brain, emotional state, kidney, bladder, gut health, and possibly more. This has led to research about coffee drinkers living longer, and early results look good. Right now, the theory is that it's all of these helpful side effects that make the difference, but there could even be a health benefit we simply aren't aware of at this time. Early signs are very hopeful that coffee can make a big difference to how long we live, though. Number 10. It can help keep your mood up. There has actually been a link between drinking coffee and having a better mental state, which makes it another reason why coffee is good for you. The truth is that coffee can help keep your mind active, which helps keep you from falling into pitfalls and dips in your mood. Coffee can decrease your risk of suffering from depression symptoms by 8%, and it's quickly becoming one of the best ways to improve your mood without the need for medication. One study that featured over 20,000 participants concluded that people who drink coffee regularly are much less likely to commit suicide too. All of this evidence gives researchers a lot of hope that there is something to coffee as a way to combat depression and its symptoms. What is your go-to coffee option when you wake up tired in the morning? Let us know in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the ones you like. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share the video with your friends, and for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.